Hello. Hello, everybody. I'm sorry I'm half an hour later than I should have been. I had an emergency reading to do for somebody, so so we had to do that. It's been a very busy day, so I'm going to have to drink lots of water because my voice has been taking a hammering. Hello, Magnet for Love. Hello, Adan. Hello, John. I am in my new office in Putney. This is my new office. Look, let me show you. There you go. This is my reading table. See, this is where I am. It's very nice. Very nice to be here. It's very hot. I have to bring a fan with me tomorrow. It's like a little sauna in here. So, yeah. But anyway, it's good. It's very nice to have this little space. I won't be here all the time because we'll be traveling and then I'll go back to Peacehaven, but I'll be here a lot of the time now, and that's very good. Looking forward to that. It's really lovely to have a space. Okay, so I guess we should make a start, or we're going to be here till midnight. Okay, Magnet for Love, so you're up first. You absolutely can. Here we go. Please, may I have a card? What does Spirit want me to know right now? Well, let's ask. And you may have noticed that I have had my hair cut. And I went completely spontaneously to a hairdresser in Chepstow, and she said, "Oh, how long is it since you've had your haircut?" And I said, "A long time." And so I said, "Could you put the layers back in, please? Because it's all grown out of shape." And she went crazy. I've ended up with much shorter hair than I've had in years. So yes, this is not the hairstyle that I intended having, but it is the hairstyle that I have. So anyway, so this is me until it grows more. Oh, well, it's good to have a change is what it is. So this is Magnet for Love. What does Spirit want you to know right now? Okay, good. The King of Cups. So the King of Cups is all about you being the emotionally responsible one. So this is you. It's almost like counseling yourself, right? So what you're doing when you're in the King of Cups energy is you need to tune into the role that you're playing. So Spirit wants you to know that you have more power in your emotional landscape than maybe you're giving yourself, you're giving yourself access to. So it's saying you are and can be in charge of your emotional world, and you need to take responsibility and take power for that. So, what are you doing? How are you showing up? How are you directing proceedings? It's a king. So you need to be quite authoritative emotionally, both with yourself, but also with your emotional environment. Okay, so that's really good. So it's telling you that you have the power to make your emotional world the way you want to make it, should you decide to step into that role. And you do that by counseling yourself and by understanding other people to the point where you're still in control. So what you don't do is you don't understand other people and make allowances for them. You don't. You understand other people and you go, okay, I understand. Here's what's going to happen now, because it's a king. So it's important that it's like being head of HR, right? So that's what Spirit wants you to know. So there you go. I hope that makes sense to you. That's a very interesting card, isn't it? It's very good. Excellent. Here we go. Hi, John. Yes, your office in Putney. Yes, yes. The sparkly curtains were here when I moved in. When they said, oh yes, we have an office available, and there were these curtains, and they said, oh, the previous people would take all the curtains down. I said, no, leave them. It's good. It doesn't make it look so office-like. I like it. And the painting was done by my friend Barbara, who was my studio assistant when I had the gallery. And Barbara is now going to Chelsea College of Art, and she painted that for me when I was in Twickenham. So that's very lovely. Very lovely. It's very nice that it's here. Okay. So, Adam, good to see you. Like number 1. Excellent. All right. What does Mary think of Adam? Let's have a look. Okay. Let's see. Well, that's quite interesting, actually, because we've got the same card. We've got the King of Cups. What does Mary think of you? Well, that's actually really positive. So Mary thinks that you are quite emotionally mature and that you take emotional responsibility for things, and you are quite understanding, and you have a certain degree of emotional maturity. So that's good, Adam. There's nothing negative there at all. That's good. So she's looking at you and seeing you in, I think, quite complimentary terms. So that's good. There you go. I think she likes you. I think she does. Excellent. That's very nice. Suren, hello. Hello, Anup. Okay. Let's have a look. Magnet for Love. Yes, I did. Well, no, I didn't cut my hair. Magnet for Love. A very sweet Ukrainian lady cut my hair. She was very good. She's very good at cutting hair. She was just quite she was quite in charge. She was very in charge of my hair. She was not much interested in, she didn't, she was going to cut that much off. She said that much. I said, that's perfect. Considerably more. But obviously she felt it needed doing, so we will bow to her expertise. Okay, so Suren, if you would like to ask me a question, Suren, then I will answer it. You've said that you're waiting, but you haven't said what you're waiting for. Do you want me to just take a card for you, Suren, or do you want to ask a question? So let me know. Okay. All right. Hello, Jane. It's Janice, but that's okay. I will answer to Jane just as well. I would like to know if Enrique is dating other people right now. Him and I are building a connection. Okay. All right. I will attempt to answer that for you. Okay. Let's have a look. Well, I would say no, actually. So here is your Seven of Pentacles, which says, so the question I asked, just so you know, is how does Enrique feel about dating other people right now while he's at the same time building a connection with Alex? Okay. And we have this card, which is wait and see. I'm waiting and seeing how this pans out. So I'm not doing anything right now. I'm just going to carry on doing what we're doing and I'm going to see how it pans out. So, Alex, I would say probably not. Right? I would say probably not. There is nothing in there that suggests that he is doing anything other than waiting and seeing. Right? He's not making any guarantees, but he isn't taking any action. He's just going, let's just see. Let's see what the fruits of this will be. That's very good. Very encouraging. We like that. As Guinness said, good things come to those that wait. Am I like a pint of Guinness, John? Is that what I am? I think I could be, I don't think I could be less like a pint of Guinness, in that a pint of Guinness is tall and dark and frothy. And I am not tall. And I'm not very dark, am I? I'm certainly not tall. I'm more like half a Guinness. I could be like half a Guinness, I guess. Couldn't I? Arizona, Adan. Lovely to see you from Arizona. That's awesome. And up. It's coming up in my love life. Excellent. Let's ask that. Okay. Right. This is for an up. Oh, God. It's a tricky one. I almost don't want to hold up the card. And I've got the devil for you, darling. So the devil is a difficult card. Now, this does not mean that you're going to meet the devil. It doesn't mean that there's anything wrong with you or that it's demonic forces. Not. What it means is that you get hypnotized by and sort of almost seduced by romantic options which are not going to make you happy. So it's like you're falling in love with things that are not going to work out and would not make you happy. So you're being seduced by things which you should not be seduced by, okay? Because love is a relationship of equals, and you're not falling in love with relationships of equals. So both people have to feel the same, and the people that you're choosing are not going to make you happy. And that's the point. Your happiness is what's most important. So when it says that's what's coming up in your love life, Anup, what that means is that you need to, this is like a hurdle that you need to get over. So it's like a big old boulder in the path that you're going to have to climb over because it's in your way. And being in your way means that at the moment you can't see anything else. It doesn't mean that's your destiny. It doesn't mean that's all there is. Absolutely not. But it might look like that. But that's because that's all you can see. When we use tarot, we can see beyond that. And what we can see is that this boulder in the path is not the road. It's just a boulder in the way. So you're going to have to try and see differently. I know it's difficult. I know it is, but this is something that you're going to have to work through. Okay. And in working through it, you get to a point where you don't want what doesn't make you happy anymore. You actually want somebody who is going to show up and make you happy. Yeah, there you go. Someone is going to show up and make you happy. That's the point. All right, love. Hopefully that's okay. Okay. Seren, lovely to see you. May I have a guidance card for my love with Kasuma? Tried my best, but I need to know she is number one for me. For now, nothing going in my favor. Now, here's the thing. See, I cannot do a reading for you if you're going to say to me, I need to know that this is the outcome, right? Because you know as well as I do, I can't guarantee that, can I? No, I can't. Oops, hold on 1 second. My plug has come out of my laptop. And I have to, thank you, sorry, disappeared from view there for a second. Let me just plug this back in. There we go. There. So I can't do that, sweetie. I cannot give you a reading that guarantees you a specific outcome. That's not how tarot works, and it's not how life works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give you a guidance card for Kasuma, and we're going to take it as a positive way forward, right? Okay, let's have a look. Let's have a look. Well, we've got this card, which is the 10 of Wands. 10 of Wands is very hard work. And what's happening is that it's come to the end of its sort of, energy life, really. So what this is asking you to do, when we get to a 10 in tarot, it's telling us that something has sort of run out of steam. And pushing this boulder up this hill is no fun for anyone. And of course, this is, the story of this guy pushes the boulder up the hill and it rolls all the way down the hill. He has to push it all the way back up again. And ultimately, he's not gaining anything by it. Okay? So what you're saying is nothing is going in favor for me, but this person who is not making me happy is my number one. Well, you've got to stop pushing that boulder up the hill, my love. All right? So what is beyond this? We have to go to an ace. In tarot, an ace means new inspiration, right? A new desire, a new urge. What is the new desire? The new desire is, I want to be happy. The new desire is, I want to find somebody who wants me. The new desire is, I've got to go and start something new. That's what it is. I have to leave this behind. So at the moment, I can't give you what you want, sweetie, because you're too busy doing the same thing. And if you do the same thing, you're going to get the same result. You need an ace. You need a new inspirational act, all right, which will bring a different response. Because it's like a new vision, like a struck match that lights a picture of something different. All right. That's very important. Well, thank you, Magnet for Love. Thank you for saying it looks very beautiful. I really appreciate that. It was a bit of a shock to my system. I'm still getting used to it. But yes, nice for spring and summer. Absolutely. Okay, Alex, we have done that. John, thank you. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write a comment, buy Genesis' new book. And remember, guys, if I do a reading for you, oh, and visit my shop, please. Yes, lifecodetarot.store. If I do a reading for you, would you please pick a video and hit play, let it play to the end and leave me a comment. That is the tariff for a reading. I would really appreciate it. There are lots of people I do readings for who don't do that. I would really like it if you weren't you, whoever you are, if you weren't that person. It would be really lovely if you would repay me by popping onto the video, popping onto the channel and picking a video and playing it. Tell Mr. YouTube that you like it. That would be great. Awesome. Fantastic. Hello, Maren. You can absolutely have a spiritual guidance card. Okay, here we go. The Emperor. Well, that's amazing. At least it isn't the Hermit, or what was it you had before, Maren? You were having a Stalker card, weren't you? I can't quite remember, but you had a card that kept showing up for you all the time. But anyway, the Emperor is your spiritual guidance card. So this is telling you that, as you know, you need to not show up for life at the moment emotionally driven. All right. What this is telling you is that you absolutely need to create a plan and stick to it. And like, right, okay, I'm showing up as the boss. So whatever it is, I'm going to draw lines in the sand. I'm going to create boundaries. I'm going to go, right, this is going to happen. So it's be more boss. This is what the Emperor is all about, isn't it? We have to be the boss, either of somebody around you or of your own life or whatever, probably a bit of both. So the Emperor is asking you to step back from your emotional perspective, take control and go, right, what's happening next? So let's put all of the ducks in a row to make what needs to happen happen. And that will bring the best result. Because the Emperor is the regulator of our spiritual and emotional landscape. He is the regulator. So here's the guy who goes, okay, how much, when, what boundaries, what's over the line, what needs to happen. He's the CEO. So that's really good. That's very clear, I think. That's your guidance card for the week ahead, maybe the rest of the month. What do you think, Maren? Does that resonate for you at the moment? Let's see. Okay. Let's have a look. Joa Pedro, is that right? Have I got that right? Is it Heo Pedro? Is it Heo Pedro? Is that right? Is that how you pronounce it? Oh, God, I'm so embarrassing with my pronunciations. I'm just terrible at them. Heo Pedro. I think that's right, because it's Pedro, it's Spanish, and that's isn't it? I think. I got really told off on one of my YouTube videos. We were in Italy and we went to a restaurant, a family restaurant called El Tigli. And the fact that I pronounced it El Tigli, if you find this video, this guy was really, really upset with me about how I pronounced El Tigli. And I'm embarrassed to say that I can't remember how he said I should pronounce it, but to me it looked like El Tigli. And I thought it sounded so cute, but it was completely the wrong way of saying it. So I apologize to any Spaniards or Italians in the room for my terrible pronunciation. I am awful at it, but I show up with good heart. All right, what does my mates, especially men, feel about me in general after what I wrote on WhatsApp group chat from the job? Okay. Interesting. All right. Let's tune into that and let's see. Now, here's the thing. Here's what's coming up for me with this. Because they don't all feel the same, you see. And so what we've done is we've lumped them all into one group, the men or mates. So I'm gonna have to word it differently because it's like a bit of a barrage of noise. It's like there are dissenting voices in the mix here. Not everybody agrees, right? What's the prevailing thought? Well, Page of Swords, which is just, well, what the hell? What do we need to know? What it's very, it's a little bit investigative. So what was that about? What does that mean? What's going on? What is that? What? Right? So there isn't any innate any innate criticism of you, I don't think. It's just them sort of going, what was that? What do we need? What is there a problem? What the hell's going to happen now? What is it? So it's just very questioning. There is a desire to know more. There is a desire to know what that was about. What is that uncovering? What will it reveal? Okay, and maybe, just what? So they're not. What they're not doing is they're not rejecting you. Okay, they're not rejecting you, but they are unsure as to what they should do or say next. And there are some people in there, some who will have made a few unempathic comments, so not very sympathetic to whatever it is you said. But not everybody. But in general, it's coming from a desire to sort of what is that? So what do they feel about you? I don't think it's not feeling, you see. I think they're just confused, honestly. I think they're just confused. I think they need more information is what they need. So it's just a lot of inquiry is going on. All right. So I hope that's okay. I think you're going to have to maybe lean in more with more information for them so they have a bit of clarity with the situation, if that makes sense to you. Okay, good. All right. Shorts Official. Good to meet you. I don't think we've met you here before. You're very welcome. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to find a video for me and hit play. Leave me a little comment. Okay, good. Let's have a look. So you've let me see. Yeah, all right, let's have a look. So I want to meet a person named David this year. Can I meet him this year? What is the feeling of David for me? I see. I want to meet a person named David this year. That's interesting. Let me take some guidance on this. Right. I think you've got to be a little bit careful with this name, honestly. I've got the Wheel of Fortune here. Now, this doesn't tell you that you won't meet David. But, so this is saying this is random. This is, you're not, it's the wheel's going to turn, the Wheel of Fortune telling you can't control what happens. So possibly, but I think the trouble is with the Wheel of Fortune is that it is a path changer. So you're going to have to, what you do in response to the Wheel of Fortune is going to make a difference. Now, I want to tell you that just from me, from what I can pick up from this, that the name David could well be a bit of a problem, because it's a limitation, right? It's like you're looking, you could miss something else entirely because you're focused on the name David. Be careful with this. I don't know where you've got the name David from, but I think you need to be careful with the name David, because let me just ask, hold on, because there's something about this which isn't sitting well with me. I want to just ask, just for my own yeah. So here's the Knight of Swords. And the Knight of Swords is on a mission which actually is just mission based. So the Knight of Swords has been given mission papers and is now carrying out that mission come what may. It doesn't actually tune in to how he feels about it or what the results of that mission may or may not be. I don't like this when it comes down to, if this is a romantic thing, this is not the way to do it. So I would be careful. I asked what you needed to know about meeting this person, David. This is just literally, I'm on a mission. I'm just on a mission. And again, it's like I want to get the job done, but it's not actually heart-led. And the problem with that is you're not in it. Your heart is not the thing that is making the decisions. Be careful. I would park the name David and I would just watch what comes up and make your judgment at the time. The name David is, honestly, I think you've got to be careful. That's all I'm saying. All right. So there you go. That's my feeling on that. Great. Okay. Okay. Ben, lovely to meet you. My friend Gabe Horn sent me here. Do you know Hugh Janus? Yes, do you know what? I've read for Hugh. I'm sure I've read for Hugh. Yes, that name rings a real bell. Absolutely. Now, if I could ask everybody, please, not to post your questions in multiple times because it makes my feed very difficult to navigate through. So if you could post your question just once, I will get to you. If you think I've forgotten you because I've gone past you, just put a note in the chat. Janice, I think you've forgotten me, and I will come back to you. I promise. I will try and do everybody in order, but if you keep posting the question repeatedly, then it means I'm having to scroll through and remember who I've read for and who I haven't, and it's very tiring. So there we go. Hold on, just gonna. Okay, right, Ben, let's have a look. So I'm going to, shall I take a card for you, Ben? Is that what you want? You haven't actually asked me a question. It's lovely to see you. I would take a card for you if you would like me to. I'm just scroll into the page. I can't see another question for you. Okay, I'm going to take a card for you, Ben. And let's take a card. What are your next steps, Ben? Let's ask that. What should your next step be for the best result for your life? Okay. Okay, so you're very much in a learning phase at the moment. So this is where it's really important that you gain experience of things, where you learn and you it's like you have to sample things. So maybe it's about doing a course, maybe it's about continued mastery, maybe it's about experience, maybe it's about work experience, whatever it is, this is really important. So this next couple of months, what's really important for you is to gain experience and to learn. And that's it. So show up with that energy, and that will get you the best result. So what you don't want to do is you don't want to rush, right? You don't want to rush into like, oh, I need to know everything now. Don't do that. You don't need to. Take your time. Take your time and learn what you need to learn. Get the experience you need to get the experience you need. Even if this is relationships, right? Even if it is, you're going to be learning. You're going to be experiencing things that you can learn from, right? Very important for the next couple of months that you adopt that energy. And also, it's future curious because it's a page. So when we're looking at pages, we're looking at why are we learning? What are we doing this for? We're doing it because we want to create something further down the line. And what we learn now is going to be money in the bank, figuratively or metaphorically or maybe even literally. But what we're going to do now is what we're going to learn is going to really help us with what we want to do down there, right? This is why we're doing it, because we're planning for what we want to do in real life, what we want to do properly. A page is not doing it in real life, right? This is not where you're going to end up. This is about you learning now so you can do and build later, right? That's really important. Hope that helps, sweetie. I hope that's interesting. Tell me if it resonates. Good stuff. Okay, Shorts Official. I have lots and lots of messages for you. Please. Elizabeth, lovely to see you. Great stuff. Message from Spirit, of course. Right. Let's see. This is a message from Spirit for Elizabeth. Queen of of Wands, we love the Queen of Wands. So, confidence, authenticity, visibility. Spirit wants you to step out of the shadows, right? And be proud of who you are. So the authenticity side of the Queen of Wands is so important, and I reckon this is really important for you right now because the authenticity side is key. You can't be authentic and you can't be confident. Sorry, you can't be confident unless you can be authentic, because otherwise it feels like fake. You can't be fake. That's not what this is about. It's about you knowing who you are and knowing that that's awesome. And this is the time for you to shine. Really, I know this sounds like a cliche, but if this is a message from Spirit, seriously, take it to heart. Right? This is not the time for you to hide in the shadows. This is the time for you to step forward, right? So Wands energy, Queen of Wands. Wands energy is fire energy, and it's confident, creative, right? It's warm, it's crackly, it's sexy. So this is asking you to bring that to life within yourself, because it's a queen, so it's internal, really important. So this is going to enable something in your life. This is going to help you bring something to life, this confidence in who you are at your core, right? Really important. Who you are at your core is exactly what's needed right now. Good. I like that. That's very sassy. That's very good. Adan, I feel like I need to read many books to win her heart. Adan, no, you don't. I'm telling you, you don't. Remember this stress, it's just hard work. No, you don't have to do anything to win her heart. She either loves you as you are or she doesn't. And if she doesn't, then she isn't going to make you happy. And that's a message that I bang on about all the time. You don't have to read one book. You just have to be who you are, right? Another authentic a piece of advice here. Stop trying to win somebody's heart. You don't have to, right? She's going to love you or she's not. Just show up, be yourself, be the nice guy you are, right? Put the attention on her, not you. What you're doing is you think you need to read books so she'll look at you, but what she wants is for you to look at her. That's what she wants. She wants you to see her. She doesn't want you to do a thing, try and change you into something she might want. That's not what she wants. She wants you to see her. Okay? That's Auntie Janice's advice to you. Ooh, restaurant advice. Let me see. Lots of great places to eat in Putney. There are. If you like Japanese food, I recommend Tomato on the Upper Richmond. I have seen that. I love Japanese food. My other half is not so impressed with Japanese food, but we will explore the menu and see how much veggie stuff they may have on there. But yes, lots of places to eat in Putney. I love Putney. I'm very happy to be here. It's awesome. Good stuff. Okay, Schultz Official. I now have, I think, about 8 or 9 versions of your message. I need for that to not be. Okay. Please don't keep posting your message. All right. Hello, Karen A. Hello, Twin Soul. Good. What is coming towards me in my love life in romance? Well, let's have a look. Okay. We have the Ace of Cups. I think this might be what you were looking for. So this is the possibility of a new emotional connection. So it's lovely when we see the Ace of Cups come up as a potential new relationship. So this is lovely. This is good. So this is a new possibility, twin soul. Now, what I am not going to do is tell you that it is necessarily the one. We're not going to do the one. Not on this show, we're not. But what it is it's an opportunity for you to explore whether or not there is an emotional connection here. And that's really important for you, exploring whether there is an emotional connection. So why? The Ace of Cups carries within it the DNA of what you actually want. Or does it? You've got to decide. When you connect with this, you are going to think it has, and maybe it has. I'm not telling you otherwise, but it's important because the 2, which is the next card, is where you explore the similarities and the differences and whether or not this is worth your time engaging with. And then whether you want to take it further and grow it more and see if you can grow it all the way to the 10, which is where you want to be. So this is the seed of something. You've got to decide whether this is a seed that's worth watering. But it's great. That's very good. We like that a lot. Congratulations. It looks like something's in the mix. We can't wait to hear the next installment. Let's see what shows up. Perfect. Hello, Karen A. It's really lovely to see you, Seren. I did not skip your question. I answered you for sure. Good things come in small packages. Oh, John, I've got so many of them. The cream of the milk is always on top. They don't make diamonds as big as bricks. These are the ones that I went back to repeatedly as a child. I've always been on the small side of the equation. So yes, thank you. Half a pint of Guinness is what I am. That's all right. We don't mind that one little bit. Hello, Lady Jess. Lovely to see you. Tell me if you want me to answer a question for you, or if you just want me to take a card. Asmita, lovely to see you too. Can I get guidance for my career? You absolutely can. Let's have a look. Okay. Okay. Well, now is not the time to make any changes your end. So this is telling you this next part of your career path is going to be best served by you being really resilient. All right. So, if you're looking for a new position, you're going to have to tough this through. All right, because a difficult period is not quite over yet. So I'm going to presume you've taken a few hits and things have not been going exactly swimmingly. There is a tiredness to this card, which just feels like it's difficult to get through. It's like, oh, enough already. Can we just get there? I understand that, but you're not there yet. So, so this is where you're going to have to be resilient and you're going to have to bounce back. Okay. So keep going, bounce back. You're not done yet. Right. So even if it feels like you've taken a few punches, or you're tired and it feels like it's been difficult, even if that feels like the case, keep going, right? Just keep going. It's not done. You're not there. Now is not the time to make any changes at the moment. All right, tough it through. Good. I hope that helps a bit. Oh, itchy. Right, what else do we have? Magdalena, lovely to see you. Okay. Can I ask if I will see or hear from someone I miss? I have not seen him for a long time. Sure, of course. Let's see what we can do. Okay. Right. It's I'm not. I did. I was just sort of moodling this through in my brain. Look, what we've. It's not that. It's not that you. It's not that you never will. Okay. It's not that you never will. This is stalemate. This is where we just don't have any moves being made by anyone. So I asked what that person would do about contacting you. And what we've got is the Two of Swords. And the Two of Swords is where he isn't making a decision, you see. He's just sort of sitting on the fence. So the problem with this card is there's no commitment either way. So it's not an absolute objective no, I'm never contacting Magdalena again. But neither is it a yes. It's just on the fence, like, well, I haven't decided either way. But what you do need to know is that whoever this is, they don't feel strongly enough about contacting you to really take the jump, right, into actually doing it. So that's the problem. We don't have any energy in the mix here from that person. They're not prioritizing it. They have other priorities in their life which have got their attention. It's on the back burner. So it's not like they're not saying, it's not like saying, oh no, I'm never going to contact Magdalena. It's not that. It's just on the back burner. It's just a decision that never gets made. All right. So that's the way that is, I'm afraid. So I wouldn't hold your breath. I mean, it's not a locked door, but it doesn't feel like there's any activity actively happening around it. All right. Sorry about that. Seren, I need to do things differently. What am I doing now, or else a new person? Yeah. Okay, Seren, I'm just gonna revisit this because, yes, a new person, but it has to be a new person and a new experience. So it can't be a new person that feels the same as the old person. It has to be a new person that is gonna, as we said, make you happy. All right, that's really important. So yes, I think something new. I think definitely something new, but it has to be properly new. Okay. Hello, ma'am. Can I get my career? I need some help. Okay, you can, Asmita. Absolutely. Guidance for your singing career. Let's have a look. Exciting. interesting. This is talking about your life and your lifestyle. So the guidance around this is you need to look at what's going on in the wider aspect of your life and what it is you actually want to create for yourself here, because that's what the Nine of Pentacles is all about. So it's all about, well, what is it you want in your life? What life do you want to make, right? And then you have to commit to that. And let's ask, what aspects of your life are supporting your singing career? What aspects of your lifestyle are supporting your singing career or not? Because it's what you're doing in the landscape of your life. It's how you're living and what you want in life, which is going to be the arbiter of how things move forward. All right. So let's look at that and see what you think. See what aspects could be having an effect. I mean, for instance, if you are, I don't know, and I'm not saying you are, but let's just say you have a job, maybe a separate job, which is taking up all of your time and you're not putting the time into your career, or maybe you have a job which is not good for your throat. Maybe lifestyle wise you're not taking care of your throat, whatever this is. Or maybe you just want to earn enough money so you have a good lifestyle, and singing is maybe not part of that picture. Or maybe you're trying to earn more money from singing than singing is able to give you at the moment. Whatever it is, it's the bigger picture of your life and how you want to live, which is going to be fundamentally important as to how your career moves forward. All right? That makes sense. Very interesting, that one. Interesting card. Tell me if that resonates with you. Maren, yes, it was the Hermit and the Magician. They've been stalking you. Well, you've got a new one now. So you've got the Emperor, haven't you? So that's interesting. Cool. All majors as well, Maren. All majors for you. Very good. Big cards, eh? Great. Okay, is AM interested in dating me? This is Shakti. Okay, let's have a look, Shakti. Is AM interested in dating me? Okay, have a look. Well, AM is a bit confused, actually, Shakti. What you don't have from AM is an ability or a vision to commit to dating you, because AM is a bit off with the fairies. And what do I mean by that? I mean that he's lost in a confusion of what may or may not happen. So I would say that his attention probably isn't entirely on dating you. I think that he is busy in his head and his imagination, imagining all of these things that he might do or might happen or might take action or might do this. I might do this and I might do this. And so that basically consumes his thinking. Is he thinking about dating you? Not specifically enough, darling. So, but the trouble is that what he doesn't do is commit to a path of action, right? Because it's all possibilities. It's all if buts and maybes, isn't it? And some of these fill him with imaginative glee. like, oh, and I might do this and I might do that and I might be going here and I might be doing that. And, oh, that might happen. And that is, at the moment, that's his focus. Dating you is not his focus, sweetie. So it's not that he doesn't like you, it's just that he's all confused emotionally and all castles in the air is what he's doing. He's not focused on what's right in front of him, right? Which is a drag. Okay, good. Maron, that makes sense. Good, thank you. John Peter, thank you. I like that. I am, yes, I'm happy to call you John Peter. That makes my life a lot easier. Okay, there's John Peter, and here is John Clark. My experience with Spanish is the native speakers should value the fact we try and speak their language more than the fact we mess up the pronunciation. Well, yes, no, that's fair. But this wasn't Spain, this was Italy. So whoever this was, and I can't remember, it was a year before last, but they were very upset with me for mispronouncing Tigli or Tigli. Is it supposed to be Tigli if it's Italian? Is it Tigli? I don't know. Somebody tell me. If we got any Italians on the call, you can tell me. I think it's lime. I think Tigli is lime, isn't it? I don't know. I like Tigli. I just like it, but I think it's supposed to be Tigli or something. Bad Janice. Okay. Right. Let's have a look. Hello, Lisa. Lovely to see you. Can I have a guidance card that helps my career? You can. Let's have a look. Ooh. So the Knight of Wands. So this is a guidance card. This is telling you that what will help your career best is a burst of energy. Okay, so you've got to really go for it and kick into gear. Now, it's really important that you do this with some passion, right? We're not just going to go into battle. It's important that we do it with passion. And it's important that you can sustain the energy long enough to make the difference. But basically, it needs a bit of a shot in the arm, right? So just go for it. Whatever it is you want to do, right? Get passionate about it, right? Get turned on by it. Get enthused by it. Really important. You don't want to do it just as like, I'm just going to go ahead and just do it. We don't want to do it with no heart. We have to do it with a bit of fire, a bit of spark, right? Has to have light in it, and it has to be alive like a fire is what it has to be. But you've got to keep that fire burning, because that's what needs to happen here, Lisa, right? You've got to keep that fire burning and keep it crackling away there, because at the moment there's not enough energy to actually drive it forward, right? Hope that helps. There you go. Lovely, lovely. Hello, PJ. Lovely to see you. Hi, Amber. Okay. Message from my spirit guides about my situation. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. Okay. Right. So we have the Eight of Swords. Now the Eight of Swords tells you that you are overthinking. So the message from your spirit guides is that you're too busy being in your head. And actually, I think you know what to do. You just need to start taking steps. You just need to take action. At the moment, what you're doing is you're yes butting your way around the prison cell that your thoughts are creating, right? You're in a prison of your mind, and that is not helping you. So, what they're telling you is just do something, just take action. You can't do it wrong. You can't, you've just got to take a step. What this card tells us is actually the prison door is actually open. It isn't closed, but he thinks it's locked, but it's not. He could get out anytime he wants to just by starting to walk, but he doesn't. He's too busy trying to think his way out. And this is what your spirit guides are trying to tell you. You're too busy trying to think your way out. How do you feel? There's a thing in tarot where we can go one true thought or one true feeling. You've got loads too many thoughts, sweetie, right? Loads too many thoughts, and they all contradict each other. So what you've got to do is you're going to go, how do I feel really? And take action on that and do it bravely and do it come what may and just do it. Or go, what is the truth? One true thought, what is the truth? And then take action on that. Action is what's needed here. No more thinking. No more thinking. You can't think your way out. There you go. There is the message from your spirit guides. Very good. Very nice and clear. We like that a lot. Prabha, lovely to see you. Please, could you please tell me if my feelings for Richard are one-sided? Because sometimes I sense an interest. Other times I'm like, nah. All right. Let's have a look. Okay. All right. Let's tune in to Richard and let's see what Richard's got to say about the situation. Well, I think probably your intuition is sort of correct. We've had the King of Cups up several times. It's funny how cards appear multiple times on these calls. And this is one of those cards that's popping up a lot tonight. So the King of Cups is how Richard feels about you romantically. And what this card is telling you is that he is taking responsibility for his position. He's trying to be emotionally mature. And what he's doing is he is taking ownership for the emotional position between you both. He's making the decisions. He doesn't want you to make them. He's making them. And he's making the decision to not act because he thinks it's the best thing to do. Being responsible for the emotional well-being of all concerned. Now, that could well be because he thinks you want different things. Or maybe he doesn't want a relationship right now. Or maybe he doesn't want to commit to somebody right now and he thinks you probably will want to commit, somebody who will commit. Whatever it is that's going on, he's showing up as having thought about it, for sure, which is why you're picking up. Sometimes I sense an interest because he definitely thought about it or thinking about it, and he's decided that the best thing to do is not do anything right now because that is the emotionally mature thing to do. So maybe in the past he hasn't done that and he's either just taken action on something and it hasn't worked out well. And he's going, yeah, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. What did I do? that was not my best hour, right? And that's basically what this is about. Him trying to do what he thinks is best. Looking at you, he's looking at him, and he's going, I need to sit this out for now, right? I need to step back for now. And that's the right thing to do. So that's quite considered. So it's not that he doesn't like you, it's just that he doesn't think it's right to move forward or to express feelings, certainly at the moment. Okay, so there's your answer. It's not like he hasn't thought about it. He has. Right now, I think it is on the back burner at the moment. There we go. Thank you very much, John. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write a comment, buy Janice's new book. Oh my God, so much to do. And also visit Janice's online shop where you can buy decks and books. And this, which is very cool, this is my new tarot journal, a daily candle, which is really nice. And inside it says, my daily candle, this is the card that lights the way today. This is my affirmation, and this is journal notes about my day. And there are reading spreads in here, and there is guidance. Begin with presence, record the essentials, translate energy into insight, notice the repeats, and let the journey unfold. There you go. This is all in my shop. Just to let you know. If you fancy it. If you don't, all good. There we go. Don't forget, if I have done a reading for you, would you please pick a video on the channel, hit play, and leave me a comment. Show Mr. Google, Mr. YouTube that you like the channel. Lovely, Melissa. Lovely to see you. Like number 10, absolutely. May I ask if the energy between me and Joe is going to keep improving? Well, let's have a look. Okay. Let's see. Right. Well, I've got the okay. I've got the Tower for you, Melissa. Now look, it's not. This doesn't necessarily mean it's the end of the relationship. It doesn't. But what it does mean is that there is more to unwrap in this relationship. Okay, that's really important. And there are things that you're going to find out about Joe and the relationship that are going to be really important for you to know if you're going to decide to walk forward with it. So this is not a straightforward path. We've got challenges on the road ahead, right? As I say, it doesn't necessarily mean the relationship is ending, but it will certainly be challenged. And that's important because whatever happens in the relationship, there will be challenges. And so you're going to need to confront those and be able to walk past it. Okay. So I wonder what it's almost like there's something in the wings here that maybe somebody's ignoring or somebody is not engaging with. And that I think as you move forward on the path with Joe, that will then make itself apparent. See, here's the thing. When we have past energies in play, which we do here, sometimes we think that everything is fine. And it's only when we get to a certain level of stability that they then bubble up, because we've been so busy making it work and making it better, and then they bubble up and we go, oh, I didn't know I still felt like that, or oh, I didn't know I felt like that, or I didn't know you felt like that. So that has to happen if the relationship is going to have a chance to survive further down the line. This has to be unpicked, because it's like you cannot paper over any cracks here. You just can't. So it could do, if it meets the challenges, right? It could do. I hope that helps. Hope that makes sense, right? Good. All right. So let's see, what else have we got? Yes. Yes, John. Matters of the heart are absolutely to be authentically yourself, without a shadow of a doubt. That is the only way forward. Because if somebody shows up in a relationship not authentically themselves, the other person can't be authentic with them, because they're being authentic to the wrong thing, or they're trying to have a relationship with something that isn't entirely real. So that's not fair, is it? Okay. Sunny Bunny, church leaders are sex trafficking women in Warner Robins, Georgia. Well, you know what? I don't really know what to say about that. That's awful if that's happening, but I'm not sure what you want me to do on this feed, whether you want to ask me for a reading or whatever, but let me know. And if that is indeed happening, that is indeed awful. Great. Okay. Oh, I think I have before I get to that, I have all right, I have Alexei here. Okay. All right, let me do this for you, Alexia. All right. Okay. All right, so I'm just gonna do this reading for Alexia. Hold on. Let's just let that come up. Right. I tell you what, Alexia, I'm gonna I've put that in the feed, so I'm gonna get to it, right? So just hang on in there. I'm gonna work my way down the feed so that I'll get to it. I'll get to it in good time. Okay, let's have a look. What's this one? That's all right, Twin Soul. Lovely to see you, and Asmita as well. Okay, Naveen Kumar. Hello, ma'am. I am Naveen Kumar. She will reach out. Okay. Does she regret? Hold on. Let me just try and make sense of this. I need to. Right. Okay. I'll tell you what I'm going to do. Because you've said, does she regret her action coming back to me, or I'm letting go of the situation? All right. Well, I can tell you what. I'm going to take guidance for you, and let's see what the guidance is about this relationship. All right. So, what should you do for the best effect for you? All right, regarding the relationship you're talking about. Let's have a look. well, there you are. Well, this is good. So this tells you don't do anything right now, right? You need to wait. So I think you need to wait to see if she reaches out or not. Now, the thing is, it's the waiting that's important, because possibly it's going to take some time for her to reach out. Possibly by the time she does reach out, you would have changed your mind, right? So the fact you're letting go of this situation for divine guidance is good. I think you should let go, because the Hanged Man is talking about sacrifice. So it's talking about allowing the situation to be exactly as it is, not trying to change anything, not trying to make anything happen, just letting it be and waiting it out. Wait it out. In that process, you're going to see things differently. In that process, she might see things differently, but the process is important. So do nothing. Sacrifice yourself to this. Understand this is for the best. Understand this is the right way that this should happen. There is nothing wrong here. Wait now. All right? Wait. Allow it to be. Make space for it. And then everything will become clear when the time is right. Okay, the story isn't over. You just have to wait. Right, good. Okay, what else have we got? Outlier. Okay, I finally got the joining letter for my first internship today. Yay, well done, that's great. Can I get a card on how it's going to go? Yes, you absolutely can. Congratulations, that's really awesome. Okay. Well, that's really good. Look at that. You've got the 10 of Pentacles. That's great, because what you've just done is you've just started your life path. This is a long-term path for you. This is a path that can build into something really worthwhile. That's great. I think you should be really confident. Take it slow, plod it through, do a thing. See that this is going to last. This is going to grow into something. That's really fantastic, Outlier. Congratulations. That's a really, really good card. That's telling you that this has got legs. This is gonna take root and build into something special. Excellent. We like that. So if anybody on the feed wants to give Outlier congratulations, that would be very nice. Can we all say well done? We really like it when somebody gets something good together and it looks like it's going to work. That's fantastic. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay. Hello, Faith. Very good to see you. Thank you for subscribing. Really appreciate that. Okay. You don't need to, Faith, you don't need to post your question a billion times. Please, please, can I ask everybody, post your question once. Don't post it a million times. Look. Oh, no, this is, okay. Okay. Okay, so here's what I'm going to say. I'm going to get strict now, right? Anybody posts their question multiple times, I won't read it. I will put you in timeout, because what's happening is my feed gets swamped with the same question time and time again. So I'm going to get strict. Auntie Janice will get cross, right? So don't do it, Faith. How many times have you posted your question? Let me see. My goodness. Okay, Faith, you know what? Right. I'm going to answer your question, but I want you to know that it's not okay to do this on this feed. Anybody who's coming onto the feed from now on, once, post your question once. If I see anybody down below this thing, multiple posting, I'm gonna pass you by. I'm sorry, it's not gonna get you a reading because it just makes my life really hard work on the feed. Once I will get to you, I promise, right? Faith, this is your free pass this time. Don't do this again because otherwise I'm not going to be able to do your reading. All right. Okay. Right. What does Afzal think of me? What does he think about my character? All right, let's have a look. What are his thoughts about you? Okay. Let's see. Well, he thinks you're strong. He thinks you're strong. It's not a particularly, nuanced thing, as in there's not a lot of detail in there. I'm not sure that he is thinking particularly deeply about your character, but I think he thinks that you're somebody who is resolute, who's someone who will stay the course, someone who isn't going to give up, right? So you can endure a bit of discomfort in the name of what needs to happen. You're strong. You'll be all right. So that's what he thinks. That is his main view of you. That you will be okay. You can tough it through. So it's not negative at all. It isn't negative. I don't know if it's what do I want to say? I don't know if it's that romantic, honestly, but it's certainly not thinking about you in a way that is flighty or, capricious or changeable. He's not thinking of you in those ways. He's thinking of you as someone who's straight down the line and who will be okay. All right. I hope that helps. I don't know what that tells you, but that's what I've got for you, sweetie. Okay. He thinks you'll be okay. What else do we have? Okay. Hold on. Where am I on the feed? Here we are. Okay. Here we go. We're here. Right. This is Shatiria. I want to know, has JB seen that I accepted his friend request? Let's ask. Let's see. I've got the Five of Wands here. I think probably yes. I think probably he has seen. It seems to me that he has some conflictions about it, though, which is odd, as it was his friend's request. But nevertheless, now you have accepted, he isn't sure of his position. So it's almost like he himself is now conflicted. So yes, I think he is aware. I think he is. Whether or not he's going to do anything about it, we'll have to see, because it's almost like he did it and now he sort of stepped back, and it's like, oh, I don't know how I feel about that now. I see what I'm going to do. Right? So it's all a bit, he's not, it's not like he's going, yes, that's done, now I'm going to do this. That's not what's happening. He's quite, he is conflicted. All right. So yeah, watch that space, see what he does. He doesn't, to me, feel entirely confident in his position on this. All right. And this is Shefal. Is that right? Shefali. What does my ex-boyfriend Vinamara think about me? Right, let's have a look. Okay. Well, what he's got here is he's given me the King of Pentacles. Okay. So what I asked is, how does he see his feelings for Shefali? And so the King of Pentacles is telling you that what is most important to him is his life, right? So it's not so much about you, sadly, as him. Maybe he has a business, or maybe whatever it is that's important to him that he's needing to put his attention on, take responsibility for. That's what has his attention. So I think he feels that you're perhaps not his maybe priority, right? I think that he's putting other things first, and that he wants to be in charge of his world, and perhaps that you would want him to compromise on that, and he doesn't want to. So that's how I've got it. So he feels that he is in charge of his world now, and that's what he wants to keep in place, which is quite interesting, isn't it? Because again, as is with a lot of these things, when we ask how someone feels about us, what we get is actually that they're thinking about themselves. They're not thinking about us at all. They're thinking about them and their life and what they want, and how that's the most important thing for them. And that's what's happening here as well. So I don't think that you're perhaps the priority in his mind that maybe you would hope you would be. All right? Okay. Adam, it's spring in America. Well, let's hope for some more positivity then from the land of the Star-Spangled Banner. Let's hope spring brings new growth and positivity, because we're all a bit scared of America at the moment, I'm afraid. It seems like a bit of a loose cannon, doesn't it? Okay, let me see. Okay, I tested Blend about the job. He left me on read. Do you think I'll get a reply this week? Okay, Jola, let's have a look. Let's see. Right, so here's what I'm going to ask everybody to do. If you have, on the feed, posted your question more than once, could you go back, find the repeats and delete them for me, So I don't have to scroll through loads and loads of repeat questions, because it's just really hard for me to keep remembering who I've read for and who I haven't read for, and it just takes longer. So if you could do that for me, I would really appreciate it. If you've posted your question more than once, leave one up on the feed for me and I will read for you. All right. So there we go. That's my request, please. Great stuff. Okay. So what is a blend? Right. Well, if you do, it won't be an answer. And because I don't think he's ready to reply. So we've got the page of ones here, and the page of ones is always very future focused. And I mean, it's not a no. It isn't a no. It's a maybe. It's a, well, let's see what happens. Let's see what we can make happen. This looks good. So it looks encouraging. The page of wands is always a card that has a little bit of passion, excitement about it, right? So, but if you do get a reply this week, it won't give you an absolute answer. It will tell you that there is the possibility of something moving forward, but it won't tell you yes or no. All right, because they're not there yet, because they haven't made the decisions and there's still more exploration. I think they're still looking at other people, they're still exploring other options, and they're seeing who looks interesting and exciting. And I'm sure you're on the list, but they're not there yet to make that decision. So this week, you might get a reply, but you won't get an answer. All right, that's my feeling on the matter. Right. Hello, Orion Starseed. Lovely to see you. Yes, I can, John. Of course I can. Right. Okay, here we go. Okay, so John, you've got the very lovely Seven of Cups. And so what this is telling you, you've got to focus, my love. You've got to focus on what you're going to commit to and not be off with, well, that might happen and that might happen. Now, you're a tarot reader. You know what the Seven of Cups is all about. So the Seven of Cups is telling you that what's happening is, at the moment, you've got too many options floating around your head and you're not clear on any of them, and you're not committing to any of them at the moment, because actually there isn't really one that is nailing it for you. And that's really important, because what the Seven of Cups is looking for is a commitment, right? It's looking for an emotional commitment. And so right now that is not in play. So while it's really important to explore options, of course it is. It's important to play around with ideas and do a bit of blue sky thinking. Absolutely, that's right. But that blue sky thinking needs to lead to something concrete, something that you actually will bite down on and take to the finish line. Okay, so there you go, John. That's your reading. Let me know what you think. We haven't had the Seven of Cups for you before. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Tell me what you think, whether that resonates for you. Okay. Okay, good stuff. Hola, if you could just take your repeat messages off the feed, sweetie, I'd really appreciate it, because I've read for you now and there seems to be lots more on the feed going down. So if you could take those out for me, I would really love you for doing that. Okay, Orion Starseed, is it okay for me to ask? Yes, it is. What do you sense from a soul connection? Is spiritually connected to the Pleiades and waiting for them to reach out to me. Okay. Let's have a look. Okay, so you've got the Hanged Man, which is you're waiting, and you need to continue to wait, and you need to allow things to be exactly as they are. And what you're going to do here is you're going to allow things to be as they are, and you are going to get a new perspective as a result. Remember, we had the Hanged Man not long ago in another reading, and the advice here is exactly the same. It's the process of waiting, which is really important. Okay, so the process of waiting and the process of allowing the situation to be exactly as it is means that you will get a new perspective as a result of the waiting. All right, so maybe that person will show up, maybe you'll get a new view that will move you to the next phase. So that's really important and really good. So basically, there is no activity here, there is no action here, there is no movement, but that's okay. So allow it to be, just hang tight and see how this moves and shapes for you, because the new perspectives that come with the Hanged Man are really, really important, because they move us to a new state of being and in a new place of understanding. All right, so I hope that's okay. It's not a lot of activity, but it is telling you how you need to proceed with this and what will bring the best results. Good. All right. We have Magdalena. Oh, Magdalena, I have already read for you. I'm pretty sure I have read for you. Okay. I can only do one reading for one person because thank you for subscribing, Faith. I really appreciate that. That's lovely. I have replied already. And Magdalena, I'm sure I've read for you as well. Alexia. Here we are. Good. Alexia, didn't get the job I want in IT. Now I'm back at square one. Something has got to give. What should my next move be? Period. Okay. All right. Let's have a look. So Alexia, this is a job hunt. Okay. It's a job hunt. What should Alexa do? She wants to find a new job. So what should her next move be in order to get the result that she wants? Well, you've got the King of Swords. So what this is telling you is that, yes, you didn't get the job in IT, and you need to look at why. You need to look at the evidence of whatever it was they felt wasn't right, and you've got to take action on that. So the King of Swords is judge, and he's saying, okay, we need to make a judgment about the evidence of the situation. Now, is that because perhaps you didn't have the right experience for the job? Maybe technically there was a mismatch, or maybe they just made a different decision. Whatever it is, you've got to choose your position and then proceed based on that, right? This is about you sort of, stepping back and going, what does the evidence tell me? And me making my next moves based on that evidence, right? Very important. So don't be emotional about it at all. Just look at the facts and let the facts lead you to your next step. And they will. If you look at the evidence, the facts will lead you to your next step. All right? Very important. All right, Alexa. I hope that's helpful. Let's see. Okay, Faith, I've got so many. So Faith, listen, you must have posted your question about 20 times, and I can't. Please do not keep posting in the thread. Right, we've read for you now. This is the problem. So I got to you, and now I've got about 20 more posts. Please, I'm not going to do this. So if I see any more down here, I'm going to put you in timeout, and we can't do this. Okay. Hello, Hooray. Oh, goodness. Thank you, John. Thank you for the pun, as always. Okay. Hooray, that's fine. Ask me your question. I will answer it. That's all right, Outlier. Very, very glad. Congratulations again on your position. A message. Good. Okay. Okay. Vanish. There's a message from you, from your spirit guides, about the best way forward for the rest of the month. Oh, so another 9 of swords, 9 of wands, I mean. So this is where, you know what, this is not, it doesn't look to me anyway like it's the most comfortable period of time at the moment. But what it's telling you is you've got to be resilient. So this is a time where you've got to marshal your strength. You might be feeling a bit tired. You might be feeling a bit punch drunk, as the card says. And it might feel that you're just taking a bit of a battering at the moment. It's okay. It will pass. But right now, you've just got to keep going. Keep strong, right? Don't think you're beaten. You're not. You're going to keep going. Stay resilient. That's your message from your guides. Stay resilient. It's not over. You've got to keep going, all right? Don't give up. Keep going. It may not feel easy. I'm sure it doesn't, but it's okay. You are okay. You will be okay. You've just got to tough it through. All right? Great. Oops. Ah, great stuff. Well done. Yeah, post them in the chat. Orion Starseed, yes, I have read for you. Yes, Lisa, that's all right. That's my pleasure. Sadika, hello. Let's have a look. Okay, does my Scorpio husband want to marry once again another woman? Oh, I say. Well, let's ask. Okay, let's see. Well, that's an easy one. The answer is yes, then. Yes, he does. That would make him very happy. Him very happy. Maybe not you, but him certainly. That would be what he really wants. So, yes, no need to overcomplicate the matter. The answer is yes. That is indeed what he wants. You're correct. I don't know how you feel about that, but that is my answer to you. All right. What's that? We have now had the Seven of Cups. Well, John, I'm glad that it was the Seven of Cups provided some clarity, which is interesting, isn't it? That the Seven of Cups provides clarity. That's good. Oops. 1 second, everybody. Hello, dear. I'm still on the live. So that's my other half, wanting obviously to know if I'm finished. All right. Let me see. Okay, so who have we got here? We've got Cynthia. When will I receive financial freedom? Oh, okay. Well, let's ask that question then. Okay. 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 Well, it's not when, it's how. So we have this again, nice little Page of Pentacles. It's a good card. So it's absolutely not telling you this is not possible, right? But what it is telling you is that you don't know all you need to know about how you're going to achieve it, right? So you're going to have to carry on in a learning curve until you've learned all you need to know. And this is about this page is a sort of hybrid into a knight. So he learns by doing is what he does. So what he's doing is he's learning by what works and he walks away from what doesn't work. And you haven't learned that yet. And at the moment, what it's saying to you is that there is going to be a temptation for you to go backwards and for you to do what you've done before. You've got to keep pushing forward into new territory, learning and perfecting. Okay, so at the moment it's not giving you a time frame because the learning isn't looking like it's completed. So so I did ask in the next 2 years is what I asked, and that's what I got. So for the next 2 years, it's looking like that's going to be your learning curve. Now, it doesn't say that it won't go beyond that, but it certainly says for at least the next 2 years, you need to be doing that if you're going to achieve the financial freedom that you want, okay? But it is possible, but you've just got to do it right. Great stuff. Okay, thank you, John. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, write a comment by Janice's new book. Which is a brilliant idea. Also visit Janice's online shop. Of course, you can buy the book in the online shop, and you can buy my deck at the online shop, and all sorts of things, and my tarot journal. And tarot-inspired clothing, and all sorts of amazing things, all Life Code inspired. Thank you, John. And can I also ask you, everybody on the channel, if you've had a reading from me, would you please, as a thank you, pop over to the main channel after the call or tomorrow, choose a video, hit play, leave me a little message to say that you've done that. Thank you. Great. Okay. Sweetest Sin, thank you very much. I appreciate that. You're starting your own business. Well, that's great. Well, that makes perfect sense, doesn't it, really, with the learning thing? So starting your own business, there is a big learning curve that you're going to have to go through with that, and that's the point of all of this. So that makes perfect sense. That's really good. I think that's very good advice. So great. Yes. Okay. Will I be going back to work soon? Okay, Tracy, let's have a look at you. Let's ask you. Okay. Let's see. We've got the devil here, Tracy. So I wonder whether or not going back to work soon is in fact the right thing to do, because the devil tells you that this is something that you feel you have to do. You feel that this is what you must do, and it's very important for you to do it, and this is the route what's going to make you happy. But I'm not sure that's the case. I wonder if maybe that's a little bit of a distraction from what you need to be focusing on, which, obviously it's one card. But I would question whether the question is right, whether you should be going back to work soon. The devil card tells you that maybe not at the moment. Maybe it's not the right thing to do at the moment. Just have a think about that, and maybe ask yourself, perhaps there's something else that you need to be working on or doing in the meantime, which will actually stand you in better stead. Okay. Good stuff. Thank you. Yes, that's all right, Sweetest Sin. You're allowed to be green. It's good to learn. And it says that it's possible, certainly if you learn well, then it's absolutely possible for you. Oh, thank you, John. Look, seriously, the Life Code Tarot book and deck are the perfect combination. You are a star, John. We love you for that. Thank you very much. Much, much appreciated. Okay, good. What are we? Good. I think we might be pretty much at the end of our live, everybody. I really appreciate you being here. I have another message in just then. Nope, that's fine. Good. That was something else entirely. Excellent. All right. I didn't do a card for Karen A, who I know is in the background. Karen A, before we go, I'm going to take a card for you too, because you're here in support and we love you for that. That's all right. I'm going to do one card for Karen A. And so listen, tarot readers who are in London, or people, if you want to get together in Putney for a little drink to celebrate my new office, it'll be lovely to see you. Just email me and let me know if you'd like to do that. I think it would be lovely to have a little get together and meet everybody, and just, it would be nice, wouldn't it, if you're in reach of Putney? just email me and let me know if you want to join, and let's go. We can have a bite to eat, or we can have a little thing. I'd love to, but in Seattle. Well, we will send you love from London in Seattle then, Sin. Okay, this is for Karen A. Oh, Karen A, look at this. So this is you. This is you kind of taking it all on, isn't it? Do you remember you had the Knight of Wands, I think, as your as your card to get over in that reading spread we did in the tribe. This is you firefighting. This is you just taking everything on. And of course, what this card tells you, Karen A, is that this is not too much for you. You can definitely do this, right? And you need to stand your ground. So it doesn't matter whether anybody else around you disagrees with you or whatever. You just do it the way you want to do it, girl, okay? Because this is the Seven of Swords, is you standing there and going, no, I'm right. I'm right. I'm the one who's doing this. I'm confident I can take this on. It's very good. It's very good. So you've got this. So I think you should be confident for sure. No, John, you do not have to leave your joke book at home. You do not. We welcome joke books. Of course we do. All right, everybody. It was lovely to see you. I'm going to wend my way back. And yeah, and I will see you maybe next week. I think I'm around next week, but I'll put it up anyway. I'll schedule the live and I'll make sure everybody knows what's happening. All right, everybody. Love you lots. Good night and God bless. See you soon. Bye-bye.